What's happening, everyone? This is Uncle Devin, the children's Drumcussionist, and welcome back to another amazing episode of We Nation Podcast. And don't forget, We Nation Radio is part of the We Nation Podcast program, and We Nation stands for Watoto Entertainment and Education. That's where Watoto is a Swahili word for children. And we bring you the best in family music. And more importantly, we also amplify black and brown artists from around the world who have dedicated their lives to educating and entertaining children. So you're at the right place. Thank you for being a guest today or being here today, because I need to talk to you about my guest. Let me just say that it just so happened that I ran into our guest as a result of, I guess we were helping a lot of artists work on getting part of an organization. And she needed some help. And one of the other family music artists said, Devin, so-and-so needs some help. Can you help her? I was like, sure. And we got on the phone and we worked everything out. And you know what? I am so grateful to have met our guest. I mean, and I'm out of New York. Amazing artist. The energy, the love you're going to see right in just a minute what I'm talking about is just infectious. I want you to help me welcome to the We Nation Podcast, the one and only Lavender Blues. Welcome to We Nation.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
Or should I say Lady B?
Lady B. That's what they call
Lady
me.
B.
Lavender Blues is my program. So, yeah.
I love that name. How'd you get that name?
Well, old school brainstorming. I picked all the things that I really love, put it on paper, and Lavender Blues was the result. And it sounded good, looked good.
Well, see, so is my background lavender blue, or this is dark? This is just regular sky blue, I guess, huh?
Yeah, like sky blue. I would say
Okay.
purple hair to go with it.
Oh, okay. So then I'll get rid of it so we can be close. So look, Lady B, tell the audience a little bit about who you are. Who is Lavender Blues?
Well, I'm Lady B, and Lavender Blues is my program. It's designed especially for babies and toddlers. It's a music and movement program based in Brooklyn, New York. And because of the pandemic, we are now virtual. So I offer virtual classes as well as in studio and in the park classes.
Wow. Now, how's the virtual programming been for you? I mean, I know all of us had to do some shifting last year, but how has it been for you?
Well, for me, it was pretty good, and it was a great way to keep my community together while we couldn't be together. So that was a really great part of it. Another great part of it was that people that had left Brooklyn and hadn't seen me in a long time could join class again and be part of the circle again. So that was really nice, as well as getting people as far away as Colorado and England.
I know, isn't it great? I'm telling you, it just opened up now we're literally worldwide. I mean, and that's the beauty. So talk a little bit more about your classes. Now, what can people expect? What type of classes do you offer?
So my class is for babies and toddlers, so under 3 years old, and Lavender Blues sounds calm and chill, but class is anything but. It's definitely high energy, full on. We start slow with movement, and then we move on to instruments, and then parachutes, and then dancing, and then chanting, and bubbles and stickers, and then everybody's done.
Wow.
And at the end of the 45 minutes. So it's very engaging and a lot of fun. Not just for the grown-ups, too.
And how long have you been doing this?
Since 2012. So I'm about to have my 9-year anniversary with Lavender.
Okay. Same here. That's when I first started in family music 9 years ago. Yes.
It's a good year. It's a good year.
Yeah, it is. And and you're based in New York, you say, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. And not only do you do your classes, but you also provide music. Talk a little bit about your music.
Yeah. So my music came about because in classes we sing a cappella. And people started asking Miss Alex, that's what they were calling me, Miss Alex, Lady B, we need to have a CD. Can you give us your music so we can listen at home? And I thought for a minute and I said, well, you don't want my voice a cappella, just regular. So I said, why don't I take the songs we sing in class, remix the cadence, add a hip hop beat, and I'll call it baby hip hop. And I told this idea to a producer friend of mine, and he sent me a beat like almost immediately. And that's how the pirate ship was born. That was my very first remix. The song we sang in class is a classic. Everybody knows it, The Pirate Ship. I changed a couple of the words, changed the cadence, added the beat, and now it's the Pirate Ship remix.
And now is this is where they can find it on
Yep,
the remix is
yep,
called?
that's
Okay.
that's the album. Lavender Blues,
Wow.
the remixes, a baby hip hop album.
And you can find it on all the platforms. Just go searching. It's everywhere. Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, you name it, and you can
Yep,
find it there.
Tidal, Google Play. All you have to do is put in Lavender Blues as the artist, and then
Okay.
the remixes is the album.
Now, I particularly love the song. We've been playing it on We Nation Radio, both on our .com station as well as on our FM networks. And while I love all the songs, one of my favorite though is Muffins. What is it called?
The Muffin Shop. That's my mom favorite
Muffin
too.
Shop. Oh,
My
I
mom
love
was
that
like,
one.
yeah.
Talk a little bit about that song.
Well, the Muffin Shop, it's a chant. It's a chant a popular chant that children have been singing in libraries and music circles for decades, I imagine. And it was always very popular. And when I do it in class, all the children would shout, "No way! No way!" at the end. They just be like, "No way!" And then they just started getting real groovy with it. And I said,
Right.
I'd love to remix the Muffin Shop and make it a little bit more than just a chant. And
Yes.
the Muffin Shop was born.
Wow. And then you have other songs on there. In fact, one is called "Love Yourself" or
I Love Me.
"I Love
This
Me."
is
Yeah,
the
talk.
anthem. Yes, it's the
Yeah, talk.
anthem for loving yourself.
Oh, okay. Now talk about that song.
So I wanted to create a song that's all about what we can do rather than what we look like. So I thought when we love ourselves, what do we love? We love our fingers, we love our toes, we love our nose, the things that just make us us, and to love us ourselves for who we are and what we can do. And that's how I Love Me got started. And we sing it in class. It's three short little verses. And I always say, as soon as you know it, go ahead and sing it. I want you to sing it every day so that you have that inner empowerment to carry you on.
Wow. Why is family music and children's music important?
I feel like children deserve the best of us. If we give them a brilliant foundation to start their life, anything is possible. They literally can do and become anything. So
Yeah.
why not focus on the littlest ones? Give them. I am particularly great at under threes. Under threes,
Okay.
we communicate. They know me. I know them. It's a really nice relationship that we have, and I just love bigging them up. I like
Right.
making them feel good. I like making them confident little people so that when they leave my circle, they're ready for the next thing with confidence and joy and exuberance.
Wow, that's phenomenal. And for those that are just tuning in, I'm Uncle Devin, the children's drumcussionist, and you're listening to We Nation podcast with my guest, Lady B of Lavender Blues. And we're just talking about her classes, her music, which you can find at lavenderblues.com, or you can follow her on social media at Lavender Blues. Now, in terms of going back and talking about the music and if you had to give some advice to someone that wants to come into this industry, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to absolutely just do it. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about having to know the final result. Just do it. And if you do it with joy and your confidence in yourself because you're having fun and you love doing it, everything else is going to work out. The children will love it. The families will love it because you're having fun. As long as you're
Yes,
having fun, it all works out.
that's right. And so I believe you're working on some new music right now. You want to kind of tease us with what you got
Yeah,
coming up?
for sure. So I wanted a follow-up album because the first album is the remixes. There's songs we sing in class, but we sing a lot of songs in class. And a lot of favorites didn't make it to the first album. So with everything I learned making the first album, I just know the second album is going to be even better. And the
Right.
second album is going to have a feature from a Grammy award-winning artist, Dan Zane's children's artist.
Yeah.
Yes. So Dan
Dan.
Zane's that Dan Zanes created a song called Arriba Means Up. And it's
Right.
so much fun. We've been singing it in my class for years now because I actually worked with Dan for, I say, about a year.
Oh.
I was teaching his program in different Head Starts, which is an early childhood program in New York in the city schools. So
Mm-hmm.
I was going into Head Start programs with his program. And
Mm-hmm.
so he came along with me a lot of those days. And it
Wow.
was a lot of fun, like knowing him and learning all about what he knew about family music and children's
Wow.
music. So for it to come around this way that I asked him, I said, Dan, what do you think about me remixing Arriba Means Up for the album? And he was like, go for it. Absolutely. And I said, Dan, what do you think about jumping on it and giving me a verse for it? And he was like, let's do it. Let's do it. So I have the song. It's all ready. My
Okay.
verse is all ready. It's just waiting on Dan's vocals. So I feel like DJ
Wow.
Khaled going, I'm just waiting on the vocals. Give me your vocals.
Well, see, I need everyone then to go to Lavender Blues Music on social media, follow Lady B, or go to her website at Lavender Blues Music. Is there a way that they can join a newsletter or anything like that?
Oh, if
Or
you go to Lavender Blues Music, there's a form. You just put your email address and then you'll be on
okay,
the list. And then
so
I can
there,
you
there
and
you go. That
yeah.
way you can stay on top of things. You know, I met Dan Zanes in 2012 in Brooklyn at the first time I really was involved with the what was called then the Kindy Fest.
Oh,
And but we met, my wife and I met him there. He took us pretty much and became our mentor from day one. And really just took time. I mean, my wife and I were out somewhere at lunch. He walked past and saw us. He came in and sat for about an hour with us, just chit chatting, and we've been close. And he done had me in as a drummer for him here in D.C. when he came to a couple of places, and even up in New York at Governor's Island. I performed with him up there, so it's been
okay, that's what's up. He's such a
yeah,
nice guy. He's
he
so
really
fun.
is.
He's
He
warm.
is.
He tried to teach me the ukulele and everything.
Oh yeah, well you got to learn ukulele because I love it because I do a class called Strumming is Drumming because you're
Oh,
really doing rhythms. So but the ukulele is wonderful. So let's go again. So if anyone wants to take your classes, especially all of them are virtual right now, so there's no reason for anyone, no matter where you are, not to contact you for that. What's the best way for them to do so?
oh yes. So if you want to join virtual class, we do it every Thursday at 4. And you just sign up right on my website, lavenderbluesmusic.com.
Okay.
Pretty easy. It's right on the class page and you'll see it there. If you live in Brooklyn, come on over. You can come into the studio if you have a bunny under 18 months. Otherwise,
Yes.
it's in the park. The park
Okay.
is down the road. It's lots of fun, but it's all in Bed-Stuy. But virtual classes are super fun. Super fun.
So they can get the address on where to go to if they're in New York
Yeah.
from your website at Lavender Blues Music.
Yep, lavenderbluesmusic.com.
Okay. Well, listen, I am just so glad that you needed help one day and you reached out because you see where we since then we've taken off and it's just been a joy to see and to learn more about what you're doing, the music that you're creating, the atmosphere that you're creating, and that you're a part of this wonderful community that we have. So thank you so much for what you're offering, and I look forward to one day where we can collaborate because I got an idea for one of your songs that I said I was going to mention to you. So I'll be in contact with you about that.
I would love that. I would love to collaborate. That's wonderful. I feel like I have a family now
Yes.
in family music. And Devin, your help helped so much because today was the day that I found out that I became a member of the Recording Academy, and
Look at
that
that.
you helping me. So
That was that was how we met. She needed help with the application, and we were trying to make sure that we diversify that category. So we were able to bring so many artists in, and you were one of them. So I am so glad that you're joining that family as well. And I want to wish you continued success as we move forward, as you move forward, and we'll certainly be in contact.
thank you so much, Uncle Devin. I
You're
appreciate it so
welcome.
much.
You're welcome. And to everyone, thank you for tuning in to another great episode of We Nation Radio. I am your host, Uncle Devin, the children's drumcussionist, and as I always say, life is a drum, so beat it.